guys, and welcome to this episode of Big Sexy Outdoors. So what we want to discuss today is something a little different. I am just getting into predator hunting, something new, and I have known nothing about it. So I have already opened this box, and I have already put it on and set it up and had lots of questions. And now that I know all the answers, I believe, I'm going to take you through a instructional video on Rad predator lights. Rad predator lights come in red, green, or white. I, of course, have gotten the red. That's just what I have been told by everybody works better. So the first thing I did, I have gone to radlightsllc.com. One thing I like about Rad Lights, it says quality predator hunting lights that won't break the bank. They definitely, their prices were better than everybody else I checked. I'm big into that. Also, let's see here, I want to tell you that what I ordered. So I did it on the phone. Okay, so I ordered the Hawkeye Pro Kit. The Hawkeye Pro Kit, I hope you can see, has a headlamp, a charger, and 3 batteries. And I also ordered the Deadeye Pro Kit 2. Okay, that comes with what I call a scope koozie, 3 batteries, a charger, and a mounting bracket. So that's what will be in this box. Okay. Now, I'm going to open this box. This is what I call the scope koozie. You're going to laugh, but when I first opened the box, I truly thought this was a koozie for a beer can. Okay, so this is one kit. This will be the light for the scope, mounting bracket, and there's 2 options to use that. We're going to pull both of them out. So this is the push light, the push switch, and here's the charger. There will be 3 batteries. We're actually going to put them on a charger to see which ones are good. And I am looking for that. This is what I call the gun switch. So we will go over all of it. This is scope light. Then I got the headlight. Okay. Also comes with 3 batteries and a charger. So we're going to break this into a step-by-step for you. Again, I knew nothing. And I'm going to even go to this as far as a charger, just to make sure we're all on the same track. So if you watch your charger, you'll see the springs. Positive side goes away from the spring. Now, as you plug it in, you will see if they are dead and charging, your lights will be red. Okay, good. That's what I was hoping happened. So, in this battery is still good. This is a battery I have already charged. I didn't know, but of course that lets me. So, that's one we're going to use. That is a battery already charged. Let's see, how many batteries we have charged? There should be 3. That battery is already charged, which means, if I'm right, this should go red. Okay, that battery is already charged. Alright, the 4 batteries already charged. Somehow I'm really okay with it. So let's try this one. And there's both batteries red. So again, each kit comes with a charger. Each kit comes with the batteries. We use them batteries to review the gun, which we're going to do here. A review light, I apologize. And we're going to start by the headlamp. Okay, so we take the batteries or charge off the charger. We take the headlamp. If you look, there's a plastic clip. You're going to peel that back. We're going to do the same thing. Positive away from the spring. Positive away from the spring. You're going to take that. We are going to lock it, push down, push it toward the side, which now locks it into place. Okay? We are going to try to fit it on our head. It's going to be the next thing. So that starts by, okay, one thing I want to show here. So I noticed this. If you look, there's a slot in the side. Okay? So if this feels like your light fell off and it broke or whatever happened, these have loops. They just slide this in and go back on. So it is not a panic, okay? So this light should be adjusted. I'm actually going to take the hat off. Put it on just to, okay, light fits good for me. Now, it is on this side. So, I'm going to take it back off just to show you how to run it. Now, if there is any questions on how to tighten this, they have slide straps. So if you look, all you do is pull this through, and this will move. So this was here, it is now here. Okay, it will loosen and tighten. Okay, if you want to loosen, same thing, just pull this side, slide that down. Very simple, works for all three straps. Okay, now, Haley, can you just take a peek here and make sure you can see my lights, please? So, this is where we turn our lens. This is how we turn it, okay? This is where we turn it on and off and dimmer. I don't know if you can see that switch. I want to make sure you can see that. Okay, so, to turn the light on, this dimmer switch, all we're going to do is press it. Okay? So we're going to press that. Now, your dimmer, you're going to turn towards your head. We'll take it off. You turn it forward, it will brighten it. Now, up at your lens, if you turn this, it will actually shrink as far as a box pattern. Okay? I'm sure you can see it's very small and in a box there. Now, if you open this, it will give you a lot farther range, or a wider range, but not as far. The lights go far, probably 200-300 yards. I mean, they shine a long distance. Okay, now another thing I want to show you, we're going to shut the light off. So, if you turn this off, right here, there's your lens, your bulb. Not your lens, your bulb. So, you want to change bulbs, that slides out. Okay, you put a new one in. I don't have I didn't buy an extra, I probably should have. At this point, I was just worried about getting the system and testing it and trying it. So, if you have any questions, please comment below and let us know what I can try to help you with. Again, rad light setup, red, dimmer, okay, brighten, adjust. Pretty simple. I'm going to shut that off. I'm going to move to the next stage. So we are going to now again, I have a bipod on the gun. I do not use the bipod. I do not use the bipod to fox hunt or coyote hunt. We have a standing tripod. I got lucky enough, somebody built me one. So let's go over switches for it before we install it. So this bigger one is the light to go on top of your scope. Now you have two switches. Okay, first you need a battery. These are charged already. Okay, positive goes down. Put this on. Now, the switches are not much different, but I like the other switch better. So, all you're going to do is push that. I just did it again. I put the battery in backwards, didn't I? Nope, just didn't tighten it. Okay, good. So, now, this is the same scenario. You're going to turn the head shrink it, turn it the other way to make it greater. Now, you also, if you turn this, you'll shut this off every time. Look, it kills your battery, so you don't want to do that. What you want is to actually just shut it off with the switch, okay? Okay, that's one switch for your gun light. So we're going to take that off. The other switch I'm actually going to show you once we install on the gun. Oh, yeah, I'll show you that. I'll put it on now. Okay, so we're going to put it on the same way. Thread it on. Okay, it's on. Snug. We don't tighten, we snug. Okay. Now, something that I missed with this whole thing, and actually I should have probably done it before I put this on. Matter of fact, let's do it. Let's do it right. So I'm going to take this back off. See, this thing here that looks like a can koozie, after I had it all on and set up, I started asking questions. Because the one bad flaw with the kit is there is zero instructions. There's no instructions. If you've never done it, there's no instructions on how to put it together, on what belongs where. There is no YouTube instructional video on it. So this is one thing we're trying to do, is give you that video. If you buy this kit, you can go through and put it together and not have any questions like we did. So what you do with this koozie looking thing goes over the scope, the light. Okay, it's going to go in there. Now once it's in there, it's just going to sit on like that, nothing more. Okay. Then we'll put this on just because it's way easier. Okay. Good. Now, we are going to use the mounting bracket. So the mounting bracket, part of the mounting bracket goes on scope, and the other part goes on the light. So what I like to do is put it on the light, hold the light in my hand, I loosen this up pretty good. I can just, the threads are just at the edge. Now, this does not go here, it goes here. So you're going to put that there, and you're going to tighten this on. It does not matter which side of the gun the screw knob goes. However, I am right-handed, so I am going to put it on the left side. The less stuff where I eject the bullet, the less chance of me doing something dumb that I don't have to say, oh, if I didn't do that, I would have had one. I don't like that. Okay, so that's what that'll look like. Now, this switch, so let me show you while it's off the gun. The switch is pretty cool. So you press it, and now ejects, you can see it now projects the red light. And if you turn this switch, it will brighten or loosen. Brighten or dimmer. And as you can see, this makes it more of a funnel. So it projects a little longer. I like that part. Another thing I want you to see is, so if you look, my koozie's sticking out past my gun just a little bit. We want to keep that back, at least flush. We never want this out past this, okay? There we go, good. Make sure it don't move, make sure it don't move, great. Okay, now your switch. Now you can do a couple things with your switch. I put a bipod on the gun just to make this easier to show everybody how to do this. Okay? So you can take this and you can slide it in on the back with this Velcro strap tight and loosen. Look, it'll go far. I had it on there, and I bumped it just to try it and do my review. But I noticed every time I stood it up in the car and leaned it, it leaned on to the side and turned the light on. I didn't like that at all. So what I decided was I can keep my cable away from all this stuff. Okay? So what I did is I took my cable, I ran it under. I don't remember if it was, I think it was under. I reached out, put it over the barrel, and I tightened it on here. Now, one thing I want you to notice is, on the back of this, there is double-sided self-stick tape. So you can self-stick this thing anywhere you want. Me, until I'm 100% where I want it, and I've only been out one time with it to test it, I am going to let it loose. I do plan on tightening. Again, I tightened it just to show you how to use it. So I'm going to tighten this all the way so it don't move. Pretty good. Okay, now, me, I usually would put it right here where the bipod is. So as I'm holding the gun, okay, all I would have to do is take my thumb and bump it. But again, the bipod's on, so I'm not going to do that. Now, if you put your hand, let me get rid of the bipod. If I would have my hand here, and I would go, I would just hit this button, and I'm covered. So the one thing that they stress is making sure when you look through the gun that the whole circle's red. So I don't know if we can get a good visual on this or not, but as you adjust your light, okay, it looks funny because of this thing. As you adjust your light, you actually going to adjust that. You want to turn it, and you want to get minimal out. Let me slide that back. Okay, you want to get minimal. So that's max. We're going to go here, and just as you start seeing black in your scope, right about there, you're going to turn it back. Half a turn. I'm making sure that it's okay. And you want your crosshairs, which I have learned since, to be in the middle of that square. So there's the square there. Now, in that square, if the crosshairs aren't in the middle, you can fix that. How to fix that, you ask? Well, you buy a Pro mount. So, when you buy a Pro mount, the Pro mount actually lets you adjust for yardage. A little more. So the Pro mount actually lets you adjust. Bingo. Bingo. So the Pro mount actually lets you adjust for, what you would do is replace it with this one, and you could adjust that when you look in your scope, which is what you want, that little box you seen on the wall when I shrank it. You wanted the crosshairs are dead center in that box. So that's made almost like a scope. When you adjust left or right, it'll move the light. It'll move this on the angle or bianti or whichever way you want to go to adjust to put that in the center of the red. Okay? This is kind of off topic of it, but I want to stress this. Nobody in this has paid me. Rad Lights has not given me anything or paid me. You see the box of American Eagle on my table. They have not paid me or asked me to do anything. But I will tell you that I have the Varmint and Predator rounds, 223 50 grain. This little 223 with these rounds in is a bag gun. I know you're probably laughing, saying this is a pink gun, and there's this big dude with a pink gun, but the truth is I own one 223, and I bought it was my daughter's first gun, and I could care less. It means more to me, her killing her first deer with it, than it will ever mean if it's pink, green, white, blue, or red. Even though the colors of the flag would be awesome. So, I'm gonna end the instructional part, and I'm gonna give you my review. So my review is this. When you open the box, there is some packaging. It's not packaged the greatest, but it was not packaged anyway to be damaged. Now, the thing I didn't like when I opened the box is there is nothing. When you take that all out, the only thing that was in here was one of them air, bags filled with air to keep it from moving. And I apologize. There was no instructions. That would be my biggest complaint. None. Have emailed the company about instructions. The company has told me they plan on, in the next year putting that in place. Well, they said next year, but next year is basically a year from now. I offered to do an instructional YouTube video. They didn't seem to really like that, but I'm doing it anyway. He did tell me I could do whatever I wanted. So we did that. And the only reason I'm doing it is hoping that if you have never done it, as a guy like me, this helps. Because I know I had this put here. I had this put back here. I wasn't sure how to I had this part off, this part off. Didn't know why they would give me two switches. So I was very confused. Instructions are a big part of what needs to happen. As for the overall light, I was with a guy when I tested it so I could give a review. And he had a night snipe he paid $350 for. And again, I am not bashing night snipe, anything about them. If they want to send me a light to test, I will gladly test and review it for them. He paid $350 for his, and he owned a Rad light prior, about 5-6 years old. And when I pulled this out and shined in the field, he said, "My word, has Rad lights come a long way." He said, "That's a bad butt light." So my review to that is, I paid $190 to his $350, and he believes this light does exactly what his does. Now, a review off a one-day basis, I can't tell you it's the best review, but I can tell you that I'm happy so far. And paying their motto of great lights without breaking the bank, I think is it's real. So, you want to go spend $350, I'll never stop you. Good luck. In my case, I'll pay the $190 and be happy at the end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope the instructional part helped you. I hope that the review didn't deter you from buying or not buying. My goal is only to give you my opinion. So I'm hoping Rad Lights takes a little of what I told them and adds that too. And, I wish you the best of luck. Comment below, like, share. Whatever you do here, I'm all in. And, great. I just wish you a great hunting season. Thank you, and God bless.